Welcome to The Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're tuning in today because honestly, we're going to fundamentally shift how you interact with AI. Right now, most people are just treating AI like a basic chatbot, a simple sounding board for random half-baked ideas. But today, we're totally upgrading that relationship. We are going to transform Claude into a rigorous, highly analytical decision support partner. If you're the one making the high-stakes choices for your business or your team, this framework is going to literally change your entire workflow. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. What do you think is the absolute biggest risk when you're standing at the edge of a major decision? For most of us, our brains instantly go to a lack of data, right? We think, oh, I just need one more market report, or let me run one more spreadsheet, or let's check one more metric. But honestly, the truth is way more dangerous than that. The biggest risk isn't a lack of data. It's our own internal blindness. It's the stuff we literally cannot see just because of how our brains are wired.
It really all comes down to the blind spot problem. Think about it. When you're working with a tight-knit team, you guys often share the exact same assumptions. You all want the project to win, you're all staring at the exact same historical data, and pretty soon, you're all naturally advocating for the exact same option. And hey, it feels great, right? It feels like perfect alignment. But actually, it's groupthink. Because nobody is voicing an opposing view, those critical, sometimes fatal flaws get completely missed. We desperately need a way to break this blindness.
So, to break that blindness, we've got a quick, structured path for this explainer. First, we'll look at framing the decision. Second, evaluating alternatives and risks. Third, playing devil's advocate. And finally, we'll pull it all together into the shared discipline.
All right, let's kick things off with Area 1, framing the decision, setting the boundaries for AI analysis.
Look, without a proper frame, the AI doesn't really know where it stands. It's just floating in space, giving you this generic fortune cookie advice. I mean, we've all used the weak prompt before, right? Just typing in, "What do you think of this?" It's total human nature to just toss an idea over the fence. But check out the strong prompt instead. I am deciding X. Success criteria is Y. Evaluate if this is reversible in 6 months. See the difference? By explicitly defining your success criteria and asking about reversibility, you're forcing Claude to stop being your cheerleader and start acting like a hardcore strategist.
That brings us right to Area 2, evaluating alternatives and risks, moving from single options to systematic comparison.
Here's the thing. When we fall in love with a single idea, we tend to evaluate it in a total vacuum. That gives us absolutely zero reference points for assessing actual risk. A weak prompt just asks, what are the risks of this option? And what do you get? A superficial, bulleted list of generic worries. Meh. Instead, we want to hit it with a strong prompt. Compare options A, B, and C. Detail worst case, most likely case, and cost of reversal for each. Now you're demanding a rigorous, multivariable analysis.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what we're going for. This strong prompt is going to generate a structured, undeniable data table. Suddenly, you aren't just skimming through paragraphs of text, you're looking at a hard comparative breakdown. You can look right across the options and instantly see, wow, okay, option B might have a great most likely case, but it has an absolutely catastrophic cost of reversal compared to option A.
Moving on to Area 3, playing devil's advocate. This is the big one, breaking the blindness of confirmation bias. As humans, we unconsciously search for data that supports the choice we've already made. So, a weak prompt essentially just asks the AI to approve this decision. It acts as a yes man to confirm your bias. But the strong prompt, it's an absolute game changer. You say, create the strongest counterargument. Do not defend my side, show me why I might be wrong. By doing this, you're actively deploying Claude as a highly intelligent adversary to hunt down your team's blind spots.
Let's look at the field story, catching the contract loophole. I want to show you exactly how this plays out in reality. Picture this for a second. A highly competent team was super eager to sign a massive long-term supplier contract. Everyone was on board, sharing the exact same enthusiastic assumptions. The momentum was moving fast in one direction, which, as we now know, means they were heading straight for a major blind spot trap.
But right before the ink dried, they decided to run the terms through Claude, explicitly assigning it the strong devil's advocate role we just talked about. They basically said, find out why this contract would be a disaster. Well, Claude immediately zeroed in on the exit clauses. It discovered a critical, deeply hidden loophole that would have severely penalized the company if they ever needed to scale down. Because they caught it before signing, they renegotiated and fixed the contract. Literally, that single prompt saved the company from a massively costly multi-year mistake.
Let's move to and see how this builds into the shared discipline, your new 3-step decision framework.
This right here is your new daily operating system for decision-making. Step 1, frame the decision with explicit success criteria and reversibility. Step 2, compare alternatives systematically, mapping out those worst-case scenarios and reversal costs. And Step 3, test your absolute favorite option against a relentless AI-powered devil's advocate. Just remember, a weak prompt is just seeking approval, but this strong framework, it demands rigor, it demands comparison, and it demands active testing.
Building decision support systems is truly one of the most high-leverage ways you can use AI right now. If you found this useful, like the video and subscribe to the channel. We're bringing you these actionable explainers regularly, and you definitely won't want to miss our next episode, Blog and SEO Content Production. It's going to be a fantastic guide to scaling your output.
Now, I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. Seriously ask yourself right now, what major decision is your team currently blind to? Where is everyone just nodding in agreement? Find that project, apply this 3-step framework with Claude today, and go find your blind spots before they find you. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.